All right, welcome back to Be Ready with Safety Man. I'm Corey Jones, and I'm with my guest, Sepulveda. Thanks for waiting. We promised that we're going to start talking about active shooter training, active shooter scenarios. Again, it's a topic we really don't want to talk about, but unfortunately, rapid response, readiness response is happening all around the world.
Correct.
You know, whether you're at work, whether you're at play, whether you're at the movie theater. So,
Correct.
and I know you do some training with that.
Yes,
so
I do.
Can you tell me about that, please?
Sure. It's unfortunately because of how prolific the problem is. Techniques and tactics have changed throughout the years. When I first became an active shooter instructor, there was one tactic taught, but because certain things don't work and don't apply, it morphs into something else. So it's important for individuals like us to always keep the pulse of what's going on and what's being taught now. And it's different from civilian active shooter versus law enforcement active shooter, where the civilian active shooter, it's almost, they have to be taught from a different angle on self-preservation, on the buddy system, and how to help each other if they're wounded while help comes and things like that. So it's a topic that requires an in-depth study or an in-depth training, but at different levels regarding if you were the law enforcement or a permit holder versus your civilian.
Right, so talking about civilians real quick.
Yes.
What I have on here right now is like a $5 tourniquet that we can get online. And FEMA has said that more people are bleeding out waiting for first responders.
Correct.
So citizens can carry this, law enforcement, first responders, businesses can carry these in a bag and literally throw them to people or pre-position them to people if something were to happen. And I want you to help me, Karis.
Sure.
How are we just going to tighten that up real quick? Look, he's tightening that up. Look, and we can even go a little bit tighter in that arm, and you see those veins popping up.
That's excellent.
See, this is a tourniquet right here. It would stop or severely reduce the blood flow. This may not be the best tourniquet ever made, but you and I would both agree that this is definitely going to buy what? It's going to buy
something,
time.
absolutely.
We want to buy time to that first responder can get in there.
Absolutely.
And put on a real tourniquet right on top of it, get me to a trauma center, evacuate me from that warm zone to a cold zone to a safe zone. So self-care buddy curve while we're waiting for first responders, right?
That's awesome.
And it's really easy to take off.
Wow.
Okay? And go to my website, and you'll have them on your website soon.
Oh, yes.
Where you can get these tourniquets. That easy, okay? It's that easy to put on.
Very useful. Very useful.
So again, take me more about like your standard client. You said you do some pre-plan for businesses for active shooter.
Yes, what I do is it's either a business in which they're looking to create an active shooter policy, or a business that might want to revamp their active shooter policy.
Right.
So it all depends on the intensity, the level of instruction. So in either scenario, whether I assist the business in restructuring their policy or help them create one from scratch, once that first part is done, then we subsequently schedule training for the employees.
Right, okay.
So but the main difference is the initial stage.
Now, do you have a hard time, or do you find it's okay to get buy-in from the employees?
Oh, unfortunately, the situations are so prolific where people are hungry for information.
Good, okay.
And that's what I've seen. Good. So they're very open to learning and for suggestions. And because it's important, because every other day you see it on the television. It's sad. It's a tragic situation, but we have to prepare for it. And luckily, at this day and age, a lot of companies are actually more apt to actively seek active shooter training for their employees.
Exactly. You know, that's kind of what I've been saying too.